Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners, along with Bob Iacino. Starting off on the daily chart of Bitcoin, you can see here really nice divergence, nice long tail left behind, rotation back up. We'll examine it on the 4 hour. Just note real quick, we're still now back below the 8, so it spiked in the rotation zone and back below. Really, if you're in bullish mode, you want to see it close in the rotation zone and not get rejected from the rotation zone, but we did have some nice rallying off here. The key thing is to watch for the 50% pullback from this level. Let's switch first to 4 hour chart. 4 hour chart. So we have the first cross rotation zone, a nice bullish, aggressive, very aggressive entry signal, because we just actually got another divergence to the upside. which is not the first thing you want to see coming off the bottom, but we'll have to see if we get another rotation, first cross rotation back up. If you get a rotation up and then conservatively above 6,500 would be an entry, aggressively about 6,450 would be an entry on a closing basis, and that's still aggressive because you're against the rotation zone on the daily chart, but at least you have the rotation zone on the 4 hour chart with you, which would be start separating if it pulled up. Now, as I mentioned, we already had a divergence, and it stalled out at the 50. Really pay attention, and the prior resistance level. That's why we really pay attention to where it closes. And now this is dropping. If we do get a pullback, watch for, let me mark it off on this last up move. We don't want it to get back below 61.54 on a closing basis, and prefer it to stay above 62.53 on a closing basis. Doesn't matter if it dips in, but closes above there. Below there, then I'd be watching for a retest of the lows. Let's go back to the daily chart now. This does not meet our double bottom pattern. Just that's why I don't have it marked off with the levels. And as I already noted, any 4 hour entry is against the rotation zone. The top of the rotation zone is coming in about 67.80. So if you did take an aggressive entry and started to run up, definitely move up stops as it gets close to this declining 21. Through there, I'd really watch. Next key level is this little shelf in here that we broke down from, which lines up with the 50, which is coming in about 69.81, so about the 7,000 area would be the next major level we'd be watching for if you're doing any aggressive entries. Also updated the longer term levels down here, so if we don't hold here, and this is just a temporary bottom, we rotate back down, 56.97, then major cluster at 55.27, then 51.97 are the key levels. Switching over to Ethereum on the 4 hour chart, 240-minute chart. Came up here, stalled out also at the other side of the rotation zone. We don't have a rotation zone first cross yet because Ethereum's been weaker. We're still going to be watching for, I'll show you on the daily chart, we also had a really nice tail left behind on the candlestick. So we're going to make sure we don't want to close below 271 on a closing basis. We don't mind if it dips into between 277 and 271, but we're watching for a move up. We don't have the rotation zone in our favor. And aggressive entry now would be a close above about this 294 level. And then the next level on the 4 hour chart we'd be watching for is the declining 50 with this prior resistance right now coming in about 321. I'd really be focusing on about the 320 to 317 area. Switching over to the daily chart, you can see that nice long tail left behind. No real divergence. That's why this is super aggressive and hasn't even gotten back to the 8 on the daily. So any rally, I definitely move up stops. If you're an aggressive buyer and do anything here, I definitely move up and stop or take partial profits around 317. You got the declining 8 there. On a stronger rally, then I'd be watching for 350 based off the daily chart. But that would only recover 37.5% of this whole entire down move. Nothing's changed on the lower levels. They're the same as yesterday. So we have for you on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.